sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. When we come down to yeah, we'll be dreaming safe and sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. Baby, that's all I got. Is this the kind of sound that you wanna hear? Is this the kind of vibe that you wanna feel? 'Cause I'm the type of guy that you'll never fear. You could do your thing, then come near. Maybe I'm caught up in the thing that you know I like. See, we can make time, baby, overnight. Or we could make a grand escape, and we can roll high on our break. I'm all about the look that you're giving me. I'm all about the dance moves you're letting free. Well, I'm all about a sweet sound and loving spree. So listen from my melody. Yeah, maybe I'm caught up in the thing that you know I like. See, we can make time, baby, overnight. Or we could make a grand escape, and we can roll high by the way, yeah. And when we come down to yeah, we'll be dreaming safe and sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. When we come down to yeah, we'll be dreaming safe and sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. Baby, that's all I got. Yeah, this is the kind of sound that I wanna hear. Yeah, this is the kind of vibe that I wanna feel. And you're the type of girl, baby, you're the real. Check it one time, what's the deal? Maybe I'm caught up in the thing that you know I like. Yeah, we can make time, baby, overnight. Or we could make a grand escape, and we can roll high by the way, yeah. And when we come down to yeah, we'll be dreaming safe and sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. When we come down to yeah, we'll be dreaming safe and sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. Baby, that's all I got. Baby, that's all I got. We're feeling alright, yeah. We're feeling good, we're feeling alright, yeah. Oh, it's about that time for us to look around and meet somebody new. Well, let's all welcome in familiar faces, perhaps somebody who has a conflict in their life. Alright, tell them you're sorry, but there's ways to change the wrong to right. See, we can sit in a distant haze and watch rain clouds pour thoughts of greatness to help our troubles sail real far away. Oh yeah. Well, it's a struggle every day. We're stressing.
You ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
You put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind, getting
the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
My pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money, money.
Called out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for a real.
I want to find the things in my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me. No, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
Are you ready? You think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters. Break it down!
Celebrate, it's a new kind of form. Break it down. Yeah. Wake and bake. It's motherfucking Monday.
Yeah. What'd you say? It's motherfucking Monday?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
I knew it. Well, not until you like reminded me. I was like, wait a second. I knew it was Sunday.
In the big days.
You know what? It was like I was about to go burn anyway, right? I'm like, listen, I'm about to burn anyway. Let's just wake and bake this motherfucker.
What up, stranger? Shout out to the Uday Nation.
You know, I would have put money that stranger would have been one of the ones that was awake getting high right now.
I mean, that's just what I assume, right?
Right? Like, you know what? Stranger will get on. Let's go on. Let's go live.
And DMR, that's Candlestick, right?
Yeah, what up? Top of the board in Candlestick.
I said, rise and shine. It's program time.
Look at that. Oh, okay. Hold on. We're going to have to remove that from the comments. We're going to use that.
Do you remember what movie is this from? You remember Rise and Shine? It's butt kicking time.
Damn.
Classic 90s movie.
Oh. Rise and Shine. You know what's funny is like for some reason I can't stop thinking of Good Morning Vietnam, but that's from Full Metal Jacket, so that can't be it.
No.
I give up.
I bet if I give one more.
Give me a clue.
It's based on a true story, and these guys are very, very, very out of place. It's a Disney movie as well. How about this Disney sports movie?
Don't tell me that damn Angel's in the outfield.
No, Olympics.
Oh, come on. Never even heard of that movie, bruh.
What? No. I'm just saying it's about the Olympics.
Oh, yeah, man. Don't do that. Hold on. Disney really made the bobsledding joint?
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know Disney made Cool Runnings.
What? That's why it was funny. Some of the stuff in there is controversial. You know, like when they get off the plane, when they get to Canada and it's all cold as hell. He's like, Sunka man, what you smoking? I'm not smoking. I'm breathing.
He was about to say, pass that, man. He was about to get hella bad. That is crazy because they ain't never seen their own breath before.
Yeah, I mean, shit. They be from Jamaica.
What you smoking, man?
Yeah. They be from Jamaica, man. A lot of mercy.
Do you remember Channel 36?
No. Well, I mean, maybe.
It was like Channel 36, Cable 6. I'm pretty sure it was cable something elsewhere, but for the most part, it was Channel 36, like on regular TV. Like, yeah, 2 was Fox and like 3 was ABC. You know what I mean? These are like but anyways, yeah, 36. They used to always show Cool Runnings, bro. Like, you know, they had like the evening movie every day.
What up, Dennis? Said y'all doing a Sunday show? Nice surprise. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, top of the morning, Dennis. How you doing too, brother? How, you know what I'm saying? How's the recovery going? And how's the cigarette resistance?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was pretty much just editing the what podcast do we do this week? Drop Dead Freds is working on editing that and organizing some of these cards to get shipped out soon.
Hey, what did my man Candlestick say though? That shit was tight. I start using that in the morning.
Rise and shine. It's program time.
There you go. I'm so high already. I forgot what it was already.
And Stranger today early up and up, watched the live Bengals channel with Pac-Man today. It started at 7 local. Been up for shows. Nice.
What is it? Oh, Pac-Man. So wait. They're on the ESPN now? Oh no, he got his own job.
He he already watched the live Bengals channel with Pac-Man, he said.
Oh, that's hard.
Might have been
hard. I didn't know he does one for the Bengals.
Was it YouTube or was it on like TV or like where was it? And is it just Pac-Man or he was doing an interview? So curious because I'd like to see more content with Pac-Man Jones. He's someone who's just keeping it real all the time.
And he's always like, okay, they asked him, right? They're like, man, they were like talking about how great the Yinzers are. You know, that's what they call the Pittsburgh folk. They're like, man, well, the Yinzers are so awesome and this and that. And, you know, that obviously Pat McAfee's from there. And he's like, man, you know, and they're talking about the restaurants and downtown area. And he's like, Pac, man, where you like in Pittsburgh? I don't like Pittsburgh. I don't go there. He's like straight up like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Because of the rivalry. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like, I don't go to Pittsburgh.
And unless you're going there for like, I don't know, some kind of specific event, why would anybody want to go to Pittsburgh?
I mean, what if you want
to go for a sports game?
You might want to visit Wiz Khalifa. I don't know.
And then he said 7 days smoke free. There we go.
There you go. Let's go. Fucking week. Fuck.
Yeah, he said a little slower than I want, but it's going good. I mean,
are you a coffee guy, Dennis? Like, because like I know a lot of people they like would switch from. Like they would adopt coffee.
Change one vice to another.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is my girl, she's a coffee head and she'll go stretches where like without like Starbucks. Like she hasn't really had coffee at all. Actually, yeah, at all since she had her surgery.
Okay.
And like I feel like I witnessed her having caffeine withdrawals. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's real.
It's a real thing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
We all seen those people who are like, oh, you can't even catch me before I get my morning cup of coffee. It's like, man, like people's bodies like really like, you know, need that caffeine to wake up, and people in, you know, pissy, irritable, you know, moods when they don't got their pick me up in the morning.
You know, I need to get me a handful of cartridges again, bro, because I swear I used to wake up in the morning and just be like eyes not even open, looking for there it is. All right, let's go. You know what I mean? Just to get the fuck out of the bed, it feels great. I'm like, yep, pick up right where I left off.
What the fuck? This is hilarious. Stranger said no, it was a comedy channel with puppets. He said the name is the #1 Bengals podcast, and it's on YouTube.
That's hard. That's hard.
That's hilarious. And see, and like, it's crazy because all the best programming like is on YouTube now, right? Like, I mean, people.
My bad. I swear to God, I was about to cut you off. Like, for real, all the best programming is made of puppets.
Because, like,
I thought that's what you were gonna say right now. All the best programming is puppets.
It's been that way for years.
I'm sure I could find something I could use as a puppet here.
But I mean, everybody's just kind of over. Like, it's nuts to me that like I feel like people still only really have cable for sports.
I mean, it's like an umbilical cord, and like my girl is definitely like has one of those ones that she can't unplug, bro. She's just plugged in
because of certain TV shows keeping her hooked, or just like just having
it's DVR.
Yeah, for
I would say, like, you know what I mean, all her series, like for example, they came out with another Walking Dead series. It's already recording. And she's like, cool, right? Look, it's already recording. We didn't have to put it. I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? And
it's like, then if you take so long to watch it, you could just watch it on streaming platforms at that point too.
See, but that's the thing too. Is like for 8 years, she was accustomed to like being at work.
Yeah.
And she'll just watch whatever recordings because you can watch it from the app. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was like her thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that too because there'll be a lot of times she'll bother me to start a series. I'm so bad at this. I mean, how many times you told me to start a series, right? I just don't. Like, I'll be all right, and I'd rather her watch it, and then I just jump in and all right, fill me in. Who's this guy? You know what I mean? What about her? Why is she sucking his dick? Oh, for real? She's cheating? And then I'm interested. Ooh, dang, what a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, you ever have to sit through the first couple of episodes of some shit? You're like, man, this is a whack. Go on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already been unplugged. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta have the whole story. I mean, it's not that I can't do that. It's like I don't know. I gotta feel the whole story get built up as well.
I think like my intrigue isn't like okay.
Dennis said most streaming services come with DVR now. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean,
that's what I was trying to tell her.
And seeing not even that too, like I mean, the Game of Thrones shit or whatever, like just using that as an example. Like, I mean, if you have the HBO Go, you can watch that shit on the, and right when it's coming out. Like,
and apparently they just call it Max now.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, but it was like
it was way more. It was way more dope watching Power on like the Stars app, and like I had one of the TVs where we could like mirror the TV, so we could like literally just throw the app from the phone on the TV. I mean, we could watch that shit at 9:00 at night on Thursday when it would come out on Friday, at midnight because of like West Coast timing or whatever. But it wouldn't air on TV until like 7:00 that night or whatever.
Okay, I just realized something because this is something Ricky
what
told me.
Big Tons?
What up, Big Tons?
Yeah, what up, bro?
Y'all didn't know Big Tons, he ain't been around for the last couple of weeks because he been digging a hole that goes straight to China.
They're trying all to see the way. How far is it away from this side?
All the way.
But for real though, shout out to Big Tons. He actually had his kids come in from different part of the country, and I think he said they've never been to his house in Nevada. I'm almost positive. So yeah, it was like a big week, 2 weeks, however long it was. But
man, that's cool,
it was like
man.
his Father's Day like surprise.
Man, that's sick. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it because I made the phone call. You know what I mean? I was like, we're gonna get these book the flights. You know what I mean? Our man Big Tons, he's digging the hole to China, for God's sakes. I mean, let him see his kids. You know what I mean? All the way through. I'm not supposed to say this. Elon Musk is paying him, bro.
Oh shit! He said he's working on going mining in South Carolina. Oh,
is it the I forget what they found there. Well, it's not recently, but it's been there. It's like the lithium mines. Is that what it was, or is that in Texas? I forget. I know they have like somewhere in the South, bro. There's the largest untapped lithium mine.
Crazy.
Yeah,
like I'm curious.
Yeah, because and then lithium. That's like just the fact that we use that to make parts for cell phones. You know what I mean? This is like gold. Yeah. It's like new oil. You know what I mean?
Speaking of cell phones, I just bought the new iPhone. I didn't. They didn't have the one that we wanted in the store, but man, I hate paying tax on the cell phone. Shit was like almost $400, but we're not gonna trade in these phones, and then now we got like an extra camera for.
Hell yeah, smart.
Yeah, because one thing that I fucking hate is using my main phone, like when we're doing the cards or the Lego.
Yeah, turn off all the notifications or turn off all the.
Then I can't check nothing. I remember like Dennis saying, "Hey, Huss, I sent you a message," and I was like, "Fuck, I can't check my text messages right now. You don't have an iPhone," and I was like, "Shoot me a message on Facebook." But yeah, I mean, having the iMac, I mean, I like that because I can check anybody who has an iPhone. I can check iMessages, but any Androids or whatever cannot check them.
My man Prime, he
said it's a gold mine. Okay,
what?
Nice.
Hey, look
how far down? Like I know that you go like millions of feet down, not really, but like hundreds and thousands.
No. He goes millions.
In a gold mine, like how far are you gonna have to dig down in a gold mine?
I mean, like I would imagine they got radars now to be like, boom, there's the gold vein. You know, before they used to have to dig till you find one. You know what I mean? Or like, I mean, they used to pull the gold out of everything. Remember, they pull it out the river.
Yeah, for sure. Like
They,
little
you know,
flakes
and
and
it would
shit.
just be everywhere, right? But when you found a gold vein, you're in there, or like a silver vein, or you know what I mean? Anything, bro. You're fucking in there. Hey, like back in you ever read The Great Horn Spoon? It's a fucking dope ass book, bro. And I read it in the 4th grade. This is how dope it is, and it still sticks with me, right? So like it's about a guy, right? A kid, right? And he wants to go to the gold rush, and he's rich. So, but you know what I'm saying, his rich parents and all them, I guess they don't agree with it. But he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the gold rush.
Yeah.
So he takes his butler with him. You know what I'm saying? And like, so here's the butler, but the butler like gets down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the kid's just a rich kid. You know, he's just eager to learn like the world and shit. So
Hey, what up, song?
What up, top of the morning song? And they goddamn, you know, they go out west and they get a little plot. You know what I mean? And so back in the days, you'd have like you might buy like it costs you hella money too, just to get a little like, you know, 8 by 6 foot little plot, and you're gonna dig there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you dig there, and then like, you know what I'm saying? Then they realize, man, fucking this shit is hard to find gold, bruh. And there's hella people out there. It's saturated. So many gold people hunting gold. Then he went to the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? Because he had to get cut. And then you realize, oh shit. And then, you know, the butler now. He's like, I can get a job at the barbershop because I can cut hair. Then they start realizing, damn,
I'm sitting called in sick and boss is blowing up his phone. Man, you should have saved that for August 18th, 19th, and 20th, man. Gotta call in sick for those days. Just tell them right now.
It kind of works out because you just don't pick it up. Just be like, my bad, I didn't pick it up. I was sick. Like I told you. He's like, I'll be like, oh, just be like, look, I didn't have no reception. I was damn near to China, bro, underground. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's crazy. Yeah, Dennis. I'm pretty sure I've seen this too. He said he just watched Murder Mountain about the black market weed growers up in NorCal in the mountains. And he said they're saying that they buried their money out there in the mountains. If someone's brave enough, they could dig up millions. Yeah,
but that money. But then you better have vacuum sealed that shit like a motherfucker, because the moisture and all that shit, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when they find the money that haven't been around for a while, it's all stuck together, and you know what I mean?
Ruined.
Yeah, it's ruined, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And even then, who has the balls to go up in those mountains where motherfuckers are?
You ever heard about red $100 bills? So check this out. I ain't never heard of them until my lucky ass unlucky DJ, right? I say lucky but unlucky because this dude, he has like the most opportunities and the most fucked up shit happens to him because of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all the time. So one time he's going. He said he was riding the Caltrain, right? Anybody from Cali, from Northern Cali knows the Caltrain. He's taking the Caltrain and he's going from Santa Clara up to the city because he said, you know, it was just like traffic and whatnot, so it'd be easier to just ride the train and then, like, you know what I'm saying, then walk. You know, it was like walking distance from there, right? So he gets off the train and he sees a bag, bro, and he looks into and he just walks by the bag and there's money in the bag. You know what I mean? He just sees like a bill. But he said he double looked at it because he said it looked like Monopoly money. You know what I'm saying? Like, then he looks and then it's like it's $100 bill, like, you know. And you know, he goes in there, it's a bag and it's hella guap. You know what I mean? It's a bag within a bag, but there's hella guap in there, like, you know, like nice and neatly stacked. And you know, some of them are wrapped, some of them aren't. And he just takes the whole bag, right? And it's all small heads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's about $50,000 in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And there's like a couple thousand in red $100 bills, which was crazy because, like, and then when we looked it up, so, you know, now he first thing he does, he calls me brother. He's like, telling me the whole story. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Let me hold something, right away. I'm like, let me hold something. He comes back to the city or to San Jose, and he fucking, you know, we go out to eat, and he's telling me the story, right? And like, he's in all this kind of debt, and like, he's about to buy, you know, and he has a trucking business. He's like, I'm buying another truck, and this and that. I'm like, man, that's tight, man. You know what I mean? Good for you. And we're like Googling it, and like, in these red $50 bills and $100 bills, they go back to like the 70s or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, and like, we're just like, man, like, I wonder where, like, you know, just the ideas of where the money could have came from, right? Because he wasn't finna turn that shit in, and it's hella old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, And then like I start thinking, man, what if it was like a bank heist or like some kind of
Right,
robbery?
exactly.
And like,
I mean, that's what I thought right away.
and I'm like, it was so long ago, and this person, maybe everyone's dead that's involved, and this person just has the shittiest life, and this money's cursed. And I'm just like saying this shit, right?
Yeah.
I'm just like throwing that out there because I'm just funny. And like, bro, he has like the craziest string of bad luck 3 years after that. Like just spending that money. Like he ended up wrecking the truck. He bought a truck, and it was one of those where like, you could like a tow truck. You know what I mean? And he would tow cars up and down Cali and whatnot. You know, people that buy cars from from SoCal and bring it up, like shit like that, right?
I mean,
so
karma's real, and not all money is good money. Like that's what's crazy, right?
He wrecked, bro, in that truck, and like he was fine, but he hit a fucking somebody that had, like in another truck. They had like a company, and that company sued him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spent hell of the money on like lawyers and shit,
Man.
and like it was just crazy, bro. Like paid a settlement, and then ended up having to pay their lawyer fees, which was basically like as much as his. Then like paid for their truck. You know, that's pretty much the settlement was. But you know what I mean? All of a sudden, you know what I mean? And then, but he did sell some of those $100 bills online, like, cause like I guess like they were like
passing around some of the bad luck too.
I mean, shit. You know, I'm glad. And you know what? He bought me? Jack in the Box. Cause when I asked him, I said, "Bro, what's up, bro? What you gonna give me?" He's like, "I didn't even got to bring the money." He just brought a couple of red $100 bills to show me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is smart. Like, why is he gonna roll around with like all this newfound cash, right? You know what I mean?
Probably better.
Yeah.
In the
But
end,
I'm glad because I didn't want a piece of that. I remember me and my man Khalid.
well, you're even saying like, what if this is like, this money's cursed or whatever? Like, you're already.
Yeah, I'm telling him all that shit after the fact. I'm telling him after he didn't give me no money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even want that money. It's probably cursed. But like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, who knows? You probably could have found more answers if he was to like do the quote unquote right thing and like turn it in. Because then you could be like, hey, can you look at the cameras? Like someone left the bag full of all this money here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of times too, if no one claims it, then you know what I mean. You get to keep it. I guess. I don't know. I wonder how that works.
I
right?
doubt if it was from a bank heist or something. If it got
true. I mean, because you'll be able to take the cereal. And like even spending that money is you know what I mean, because it's like anytime there's any kind of heist, that money has serial numbers. You know what I mean? Right. They'll be able to find where that money's being spent. $100 bills get scanned. You know what I mean? So it's just it's very difficult. I bet you that's probably why that fool still had 50,000 of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fuck, I can't. You know what I mean?
Dennis said the red ones are from 1966 and worth more.
None of the bills were after 1970. Because my man did go through them type of shit. He said the ones that were still wrapped were never removed. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Crazy.
And like the thing too, the wraps, they didn't have any indication of any kind of bank you belong to or, you know what I mean?
Right.
But the little slips, you know what I mean? They're in 10,000s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because if the bag wasn't big, because you think about 50,000 in all hundreds, and also there were some 50s. It's not that much, bro. You know what I mean? You could put 10,000 in your pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, not that much as in denomination wise.
Yeah. It's not like it's not a super fat wad.
Yeah, like like when you grow up as a kid, you watch the movies and then always open the fucking briefcase and you're like, that's free. It's the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 10,000 in your hands. What? Just like a couple inches? Like, I mean, it's only 100 bills, right? 100 hundreds.
Yeah, 100 bands is like this, bro. Like all 100 bands, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking
Nice. Song said he went to Lake Tahoe yesterday for a big concert. He said he got home hella late. That's why he called in sick for work.
Okay, look at this. Was it a Stevie B concert?
So he said a Yellow Card, Plain White Tees, Jimmy Eats World, and he said hella other bands were there.
Oh, sick. Oh, it was going down.
Oh, shit. Dennis said maybe it was DB Cooper's money. Man, this is where we need that drop. Dun, 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 dun.
See, I don't even know who DB Cooper is. Now I got to roll some weed and go down next. So someone teach me something.
You haven't seen Prison Break?
No.
Dude.
I mean, come on, bro. I'm me. I probably
breaking out of prison. Not like me.
Hold on. I watched Prison Break. This is how far I got. I remember I was like just watching it, and I'm like, so the guy has the tattoos of the escape plan on him. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, and he just don't have to be locked up with his brother. I mean, I guess that's not far fetched. But I'm like, damn, so his brothers are selling, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it was just
No. They weren't cellies or anything. They were just
they were in the same prison.
They're at the same prison. I mean, they're both from Chicago, so it's like whatever the closest, prison was.
I guess. You know me, I'm a nitpicking motherfucker.
If you live in San Diego and you get arrested and you go to a prison, you're going to Donovan State Prison, unless you do federal shit. Anybody who gets in San Diego County, you get arrested and go to prison, you're going to that prison, unless you did some shit where they, you go there and then they ship you north, somewhere, because they're always trying to move people around. But that's what I mean.
Out if you're from Northern Cali, like everybody I know, they
San
either
Quentin or Folsom.
Yep, or they got sent to Nevada.
Okay,
whatever.
Close already, right?
Yeah, but I mean, shout out to the homie Hicks.
And I'm sure they want to do that because I'm sure it's crazy more money when you transport someone to the next state or something.
I mean, yeah. Also, too, like, I mean, there's different levels of max, right? There's like the max security, then there's the then you even got the ones where it's like it's prison, but this is for like the lifers that already did like they're 25 to life. They already did their 25, and then so they keep them there. And like when you go on the yard, there's no fences because it's almost like it's a trap. To be like,
yeah,
go ahead, try the deal.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all did. You're going right back to that max,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, people who are in like minimum security, anything like it's usually like way more lax. So you're not gonna try to,
No, but that's part of the trust, though. That's part of the rehabilitating, right? They're like,
well, it's usually not murderers and rapists that are going there. A lot of drug offenders, a lot of like low level, white collar crimes and shit like that. Like if you're in there for like if you're a fucking crack dealer, probably not getting in there because that's like one of the worst crimes to like prison.
Yeah, they made it where it was like manslaughter and like wasn't like an auto. Didn't they have like some kind of auto 3 strikes?
Yeah. Well, not that, but I swear it was like
something like that.
Like
right?
5 rocks, you're doing like 15 years, like automatically, or like some shit like that.
And it's kind of crazy, huh? Because it was like because crack was the epidemic in in the non-white communities. I won't just say the black communities because it was like everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, definitely hit the black community the hardest, and probably where and if you subscribe to the CIA conspiracies, which is. There's been a lot of figures like
Freeway Ricky Ross. It's a conspiracy at this point. Like
it's not even a conspiracy at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because you have like figures like Freeway Ricky Ross who came out and was like, yeah, I had the homie who learned how to cook the shit from an agent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because learning how to cook that Ready Rock, that's what they
come on, man. Like, I mean, how many people in the middle of South Central LA just have planes where they're going and flying to Colombia or wherever the fuck?
Exactly, right. And then that's the thing too, is that when you were getting caught with the youter, the straight up raw, I mean, the most of them was white folks. So they weren't getting hit with these crazy ass Ronald Reagan
with ounces of blow. But if you get caught with 5 crack rocks, it's like minimum 15.
That's crazy.
That shit's wild. Samuel L. Jackson even brings it up in Jackie Brown. He was like a celebrity gets caught, with 2 ounces of blow. It's nothing, but a black woman who's a stewardess or whatever, she gets caught with 2 pounds and they call it in.
You know what's crazy is I just saw Sam Jackson not too long ago because he's promoting he got the Secret Wars series. So he's Nick. It's a Nick Fury series.
Okay, I've seen some. Yeah, I think every time
so he's doing the press run for it. You know what I mean? But he was on Sway in the morning.
Peace out, Big Tons. We'll see you later, bro.
Peace out, Big Tons, man. Great to see you again, brother. He did pop up actually a few times in one of the league chats.
Yeah,
when I made a trade. He just popped in and said, "Damn."
Yeah, well, I think, and who knows? Like maybe he's on a hiatus from one of the jobs until he goes down to
True, because then he. And that's what I like about Big Tons, because then when he's not working, then it's just full family. You know what I mean? Full family time. Block all the world out.
For sure.
It's hard to block the world out, but I respect people that could do that shit, man.
Okay, let's go back to DB Cooper. So yeah, well, Prison Break is dope. I mean, I don't know.
It piqued my intrigue.
Yeah, if you can't get over like that part, but I mean, it is there in Chicago, and he like goes in to rob a bank, and he shoots a gun to make sure that he goes to like the maximum security like prison. So it's his. He was one of the engineers that like.
Oh, because the brother's already in there.
Yeah, he's on death row at the moment, but like he fight like first he like hates his brother because his brother's pretty much like. He's just in the life, you know, in Chicago, just like, you know, just everything, you know, that he's not supposed to be doing, he's doing. And then he ends up going, what's he do? He's there for murdering the vice president's brother, like some shit like that, like something, but some high level, you know, some high level hit. And he finally proves it to his brother that he didn't do it somehow. And like, he finds out that like, he was only able to go to college and be an engineer because his brother like paid for all this shit, but like they made it seem like it was like his mom's insurance money when their mom died. But so he's full tatted up. I mean, everything. And it's not like, it's like literal blueprints, like where you could look at it. Anyone could look at it and see the blueprint.
It's coded.
Yeah, it's coded within everything that
so
he's got.
Who tatted him up with this?
It was some random tattoo chick, like when you see it in the beginning, she was like, wow, you're gonna do like all this in one day. And it was like just a whole day of, you know, him getting tattooed. She was like, usually guys would spread this out over years. And
that's like unrealistic too, man.
Probably, right? Like full
like
chest, back, arms.
Because I don't remember how tatted that motherfucker was.
Yeah, I mean, he was tatted up everywhere.
Damn, when did Prison Break was that like 2006, huh? Something like that. That era, maybe even a little before that, huh?
Yeah, because I got it. Yeah, maybe it was 2006 or 2005.
My older sister, right? She was one of those ones that was like, I remember she was hella about Prison Break and Heroes during that era.
Me too.
And like Lost, I think also was like those joints, and I just never, you know what I mean? She was like, oh, you see Lost? You haven't seen Lost? Like, and you know, back then, like, you're kind of young, some week to week shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think On Demand came out till like 2009, 10. Start recording shit. Before that, it was the TiVo. Remember, you had to buy a separate thing.
Yeah.
And it records it.
I never had, just not until the DVRs came out. But yeah, and it's pretty much this whole thing of where he knows how to. He knows the exact pieces of like what's needed to like take the toilet like off of the wall so they can get through, and you know, it's just this whole big elaborate.
So he's tatted with the layout of the Pinta way.
Yeah.
Sick. Damn, how come somebody didn't tell me that shit, bruh? I would have been like, that's hard. And then I immediately would have went to, man, only the white people would get away with that shit.
The first, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy long because, like, man, this is like a Fox show that was like 12 episodes, like per season. So, I mean, it's a long season. I mean, it's real.
Yeah, I remember those. That was like when they had like 24 too. Remember that show 24?
Yeah, for sure.
And them motherfuckers would just, they would have like year-round seasons, basically, bruh.
Yeah.
I think you would have like you would have a little break.
Well, yeah, because there's always a break like around Christmas or like whatever. But yeah, Prison Break's a dope show. Definitely one of my favorite shows to watch and rewatch. And yeah, it's like the whole first season is like them like breaking out of the prison, and then it goes for 4 seasons after that.
Damn, bro. It's funny because I'm starting to think now. I'm like, damn, I don't think I ever stayed committed to any series except for like Breaking Bad and like The Walking Dead.
We're Not Muted song. Maybe it's something on your phone.
Shout out to my band's song. It's funny. I thought you were talking about Big Tons earlier when you're like his boss called in.
Oh, no, that was song, yeah. Oh, and so in Prison Break, oh yeah, and then so there's one old guy who's been in there forever, and everyone says he's DB Cooper, and supposedly DB Cooper like It was one of the biggest bank heists like ever or something, where it was like multiple $1 million like got stolen, and like he jumped out of a plane or like whatever. Money's like supposedly like, and he just has money hidden somewhere.
So that story is based loosely on a real story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Because people still till this day they go looking for this guy. Is his name DB Cooper in real life?
Might have been.
Okay.
Because it's almost like he's just a legend and not a real person, anyways, right?
I mean, shit.
Oh shit! There's a movie called I Am DB Cooper. What?
Word.
And it says it's the speculation of the fate. The speculation of the fate of the famous hijacker who parachuted with his ransom and disappeared.
I mean, see what's funny.
So in the show, he like got caught somewhere, but his name is not DB Cooper. Something.
Okay. I mean, think about this. Where did he jump out the plane at, right? Because back then, if you could jump
somewhere, it was like somewhere to where he, at least in the show, somewhere where he landed in Utah. Because that's where the money was like buried. He landed somewhere and then he buried the money in the show. So well, I don't know the actual story.
Like you say, like you're landing in the sticks, right? Like you know what I mean? There's already a good chance like you're gonna get stuck in the trees, right?
Yeah.
So like you could have just been like just hanging freely for a bear to come and just ravish your ass and you're dead. And they'll never find you. You just eat you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's still one of those unsolved things to where it's like it's still, you know, nobody knows what really happened. So like I think it's just the spectrum.
You know what's funny? It's because they don't want nobody to know it, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they usually solve those things. It's usually the black people that they could unsolve. Like, they don't know who killed Biggie, even though they know who killed Biggie. You know what I mean?
Stranger said DB was a hijacker. It was ransom money. Okay, he said DB wasn't his fake name. Real life, he jumped in Southwest Washington State. Well, and in the show, it's like he went under.
Shit. So if he's in the Southwest Washington State, he jumped into the sticks for sure.
Yeah. In the show, it was him.
He could easily he could have made his way out to Canada and just been gone, forever.
Yeah, in the show, it's him. Like he changed his name. And then he got arrested under like a false name is what happened. And so he just kind of never admitted to anyone that he really was DB Cooper.
You know what's crazy?
Until he's about to die. And that's what, and then he admits it. And he was like, but it wasn't 1 million. He was like, they didn't want to put out the real number. It was actually 5 million.
Yeah, and that's big shit at the time, right? Because you would think that'd be the equivalent of like 100 million or whatever the fuck would equate to the fluctuation these days.
Because that was in the 70s, I believe, somewhere. Oh shit! Stranger said a kid found part of the money on the Columbia River sandbar, and he said,
"Okay, where's that? The Columbia River goes hella far. Where though? Like
Washington, right? And he said a reporter got the name he gave an airline wrong, and it stuck. Okay. Hey, check it out. Hess is in the house. Shout out to Hess, Guardian Angel. What up?
What it do?
Let's smoke it up, brother.
Yeah, man. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, the DB Cooper shit. That's just crazy.
So that's where the name came from. Because they gave the story when they tell the reporter gets the story. That's crazy.
And Hess, I hope to see you at Champs if Cannabis Now is doing anything. I'm definitely going to try to get involved with them. I know BS Barbarian said that they're getting another booth there at Champs, so can't have weed or anything. But one of the things that they're really trying to take off is because he's like a professional chef. Like, I mean, he's got he's got a legit like pizza joint that's like been open for.
Yeah, he's of the culinary elk.
Yeah, and so like one of the things that like they do now is they make ice cream toppings, and infused like ice cream toppings. But everybody loved their booth. Like they didn't have the infused like ice cream toppings there. It was just there. He said that their lawyer said that you just shouldn't do it, and so they didn't. They just brought like the regular ice cream toppings with you know, they had the ice cream there, and like everybody fucking loved them. Like, you're getting free ice cream. You know, all you gotta do is make your way to their booth. Like, people were loving it. They were popular.
Mm-hmm. You ever been to BS Barbarian's booth?
Uh-huh.
You ever been to his booth on weed?
That's the way to do it.
It's the only way to do it, man. For free ice cream. For free ice cream. I'm like, are these toppings? What? Free?
Oh shit. And Hess said Champs is gonna be lit. He said Ric Flair party after the show. Man, Hess, I hope you can make it, bro. I really want to be hanging. I really want to be hanging out with you for some of these parties, man. I remember the last Champ show. The only after party that I went to was the Jerome Baker one. It was, I mean, not like.
Oh yeah, I saw the footage. That shit was dope, actually.
It was fucking lit, man, and it's so dope. Like walking in there and like Jason and the I forget her name off the top of my head, but they're like, "Hey, what up?" And like, you know,
the porn star.
No.
Oh.
No. It's the lady who works there, who's pretty much like the manager of like the shop. Like she pretty much runs. She runs everything there.
I said she's the Jan.
Yeah, way more organized than we were, and she worked for weed.
Plus, she falling. What's his name? She falling around.
Yeah, it's like we had to hire the girl that that quit with Brian.
Yeah, that's right. She's following Brian around all day.
Nice. That's so we can get BS Barbarian to pass. Hell yeah, man, that would be dope.
Tight. Damn, I'm not gonna get out there until Friday.
No, so Champs is July.
Oh, okay. Tight.
Yeah, so this is
It's totally different.
3 weeks. I mean, 4. I don't know.
Listen,
3 or 4 weeks from now.
You have to do this. Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
When you meet Ric Flair, look, I'm already getting nervous saying this because it's gonna be epic. You ask him to hit you with a figure 4 leg lock.
That would be
and
epic.
You can sell the shit out of it.
I
mean, that wouldn't be tight, man.
That would be so tight. Then you start doing the sting.
Just spin him over.
Oh man, that'd be
turn him over, see if he sells for you.
That'd be epic. Man, it's still so crazy that like I still have it on my phone. So like when Ric Flair, when he started like really trying to get back into like him, I don't know, let's just say making businesses based off of his name, not just being a wrestler.
Yeah.
And
now it's his brand. Now it's the brand of Ric Flair.
He opened the Ric Flair store like online, you know, I don't even know when this was, 2016, 15, something like that.
Okay, this is not that long ago.
No, within 10 years. And it was like to promote like his, to promote everything. He said if you buy $100 worth of gear from the store, Ric Flair will personally give you a call and just say, what up? And so I like messaged, I was like, is this shit even real? This seems fake. And they like put a comment there like, oh, it's real. And I went and I bought a couple shirts and I bought a sweater.
And the comment didn't even say, oh, it's real. It just said, woo. Like, oh, okay.
This is legit. And it's Ricky. We'll get to your question in 1 sec, bro. And so many days went by and like it was crazy. I was like, man, this shit was fake, huh? And then he finally put out like a message on the Facebook page, and it was like, we're sorry, everybody. There was way more orders than we anticipated. And they said everyone will be getting a call. You know, just it may take a couple days, it may take a week. But they said we've ended the promotion, and everyone will be getting a call like within a week. And it's crazy because the time when he calls me is Sunday, maybe like, I don't know, 9:15, 9:30, like some shit like that. And I have my ringer off and it's like fantasy football mode, you know, on Sunday. Like I'm just tapped in. We're getting everything going with all the leagues and everything. And I see a missed call from an unknown number.
You're like, no. You knew it immediately.
Yeah, but I got the voicemail on my phone and it's there forever. So I mean that is pretty cool too.
See, you play him that message somehow.
Yeah.
It's like how I got Ricky, when Ricky was here, I got Ricky to sign that signed Ricky jersey that we got from Pristine Auction. Just because
Clock management got from Pristine Auction that I won from his YouTube channel on 420.
That Antonio won on 420.
On the next 420.
Next year. And then gifts it to me.
That's pretty epic. That's pretty epic. That's an epic journey of a fucking jersey right there.
And he wrote on it, the universe speaks. He wrote, Bogey, the universe speaks to you.
Yeah.
It sure fucking does.
That's fucking sweet. That is awesome.
Right? And that's just from the conversation we had, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That was the last thing before you left. Oh, hey, by the way, before you leave, can you sign this jersey I got from Pristine Auction that you signed before, supposedly? Because he said
that it was his signature.
Yeah, when he looked at it, he said, oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Because he laughed though when I said that, bro. Because he was saying too, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, those are like sessions, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because I mean it's someone who I really want to ask him how much he gets paid for like a session.
Yeah, I didn't ask him. I don't ever ask people about, like, you know, unless they're like it's,
I mean, I would be curious, like, you know, what would it be for us to host a session like that, you know, with him? Like, that's legit why I want to know those kind of numbers. Because yeah, it could be 20,000, 30,000, like who knows? But he's there signing hundreds of pieces of, you know, things for like hours on end.
Yeah,
like, who knows
and it's not. I mean, imagine that, like when Ric Flair was sitting there, right, making all them calls and shit, right? Like,
yeah, for sure. Like that shit took him like a week. Took him like multiple weeks to like make all those calls. And who knows
that, right?
Who knows how long? Yeah. Who knows how long the actual calls like lasted when someone picked up? Because I mean, the message was like, I don't know, 20 seconds, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't answer unknown calls anyways, you know, so that unknown numbers.
I know, right? Especially when I'm like in the business and shit. See, at the time, I would have it to a different number for sure. I would have a whole nother line that's just for this.
just for this conversation.
Hello, Ric Flair. Woo! Yeah, I knew it was you. You look at the number, it just says woo. It says private. Woo.
And it's a quick question: Mahomes and Amon-Ra, or Josh Allen, DK, and AJ Brown? Man, I mean that's tough. I mean, probably the Josh Allen side. I mean,
Mahomes.
But I just like Mahomes so much better than everybody else.
I'll probably just do that, like, you know what I mean, and then like I could probably take Amon-Ra and still flip him for something if I want. But if I'm like in a needs kind of mood. And I need these. He obviously needs receiver because there's a receiver in each of these ones, but he gets two with DK and AJ. Yeah. That'll sway me. You know what I mean? I mean, what's funny is like, what side is he on already?
Right.
Like if he's like, it's almost like if I have the Josh Allen side, I'll just stay put.
I mean, it's crazy because
it's like almost like if I
have either of those sides, I'm staying put. Like I'm not even trying to make trades like with those guys, like specifically.
Yeah, like
he has the Mahomes side currently. So
like if I'm the Josh Allen side, I probably feel like I can go to war with Mahomes side. You know what I mean?
For sure. I mean, you got Josh Allen and AJ Brown. I mean, AJ Brown's still top 5-6-ish, you know, wide receiver, no matter how you slice it.
Yeah,
and he's usually going higher than Mahomes.
And like, I mean, at minimum, DK is a top 15 in my book. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't think that say he had a bad year or like he really does get like, okay, what are they going to take away from it? It'd be the underneath stuff, right? The shorter stuff. Because if that's what Jason, you know, and a shout out to our man Stevie B from Dynasty Life, you know, he's oftenly pointed out the fact that JSN played like 90% of his shit in the slot in college. I know I'm exaggerating that number, but he played a shit like majority of his snaps in the slot. But you know who else did that? Jefferson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's not like but I'm just saying though, having a Tyler Lockett, seasoned veteran who was a guy who they move in and out of the slot. You know what I mean? And they were doing the same thing with DK.
Yeah.
And then you go back to this system with being fucking X-Pac. I always forget his name. Shane Walden or whatever.
Waldron,
yeah, this dude, right? He, you know, he did the same thing in LA with Robert Woods and Cup. Like they moved both those guys around all over the formation. So I'm not really. I kind of like DK that people are getting scared of him because of the numbers.
But just for redraft, I feel like we're going to be able to get him outside of
value.
15 wide receivers. And yeah, like I do think like he had a down year last year, but I know one thing that's not.
But it was a career high in receptions, though, right?
I'll go check that. But one thing that, I mean, even if he was down, you know, in any stuff, the thing is like, where is he never going to be down at? Red zone targets.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's just
top 4. Yeah, he's never been lower than number 4 in red zone targets at the position since he's been in the league. So that's
and shout out to BS Barbarians who just jumped in the building. Your ears burning, bro. We were talking about champs. Hess jumped in the building, was talking about champs, and said there's going to be a Ric Flair party after the show. And I told him you were going too. He said we can get BS Barbarians a pass. So yeah, man, champs gonna be so lit. I can't wait.
When is it? July.
Let's go see.
You know what? Don't tell me. I can't even. I was just gonna try to play with the idea, like, oh, maybe I'll go.
July 19th. July 19th through 22nd. Yeah, see, it's like 3 weeks before.
Bills are too crazy, bro. Like, I almost can't do anything because any little money I make, it's gotta go. Like, it's already all spent.
Yeah, and August is gonna be legit. So
yeah, I'm trying to say exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm trying to say off.
And BS said, "Woo,
woo." Shout out to BS. Me and BS have fought wars together in our past life.
Ryan said for Dynasty, Kittle or Aaron Jones?
Kittle.
It's going to be Kittle for the long haul. I do think Aaron Jones has a better numbers.
The reason I say Kittle is because tight ends, they have a longer shelf life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times tight ends don't hit their stride till they get older. This is the age that Kittle's at right now where tight ends usually come in their own, and he's already has. So he's just a different case. Plus, in having to start a tight end position, or having a tight end position.
Yeah, you got to have one of those top.
Yeah, like I'd just rather, and those guys will last longer than a running back, no matter what the name is, because running backs just have a shorter shelf life, period, in Dynasty. Unless you are a guy like any of the guys from that 2017 class, goddammit, because they just, that's the one class, right?
Yeah.
Of recent history where these guys are still around. Like even Kareem Hunt's like, I'm working out. I'm sure I'll be on the team. You know what I mean? The 2017 class just don't die, right? Yeah, I mean, this might be that year though. I mean, look at who isn't? Oh shit, who isn't on the team yet? Fournette's not on the team, right? From that class,
right?
And Hunt.
Yep.
And
yep.
Yeah, because then even from
and Ryan said doesn't make a difference that I already have Kelsey. I mean, it is nice keeping your pockets loaded with the 2, but if this is a move to help you
I'm not taking Aaron Jones for that. You know what I mean? This positional advantage, bro. And Kittle, he was the best tight end in fantasy in that last year's playoff stretch. I have a lot of selling points. If I'm gonna move Kittle, I'm not getting an Aaron Jones back.
Because I would only sell him to someone who really needs a tight end. I'm not going to sell him to someone who needs a tight end.
And then hopefully
I'm getting a good deal probably.
And if I need running back, hopefully they have an abundance of running back. You know what I mean? Because then that's where the conversations become easy. You know what I mean?
Because like whoever you get from them, you should be able to get multiple people unless you are getting, a top 12 running back or top 12 wide receiver or something like that. You should be able to get like multiple guys, assuming that this person really needs Kittle. And just make sure to remember that when you're going into the trade negotiations, because like if you have a disadvantage at the tight end, like you're probably not winning the league anyways, Yeah,
and there's no way you're in Dynasty, no one is streaming tight ends. You know what I mean? It's fucking like you better, you got them or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, shit.
You're never gonna be able to pick up a streamable tight end in a league where you start a tight end spot.
Like, right, you better go grab like Foster Moreau right now off the waiver or something, or like Juwanna Man Johnson or something, like one of them. You know what I mean? One of them.
Unless there's legit like no bench, like that's really what it would come down to. If there's no bench, like maybe you have like some streaming options, but usually not, because even the shitty tight ends go because like you're just trying to keep your pockets loaded with the guys who may turn into a quality tight end starter.
May.
But that's why I also hate the tight end spot specifically, because like I don't think one spot in the league, like I mean, even other than quarterbacks, but we have two spots. It's not just like one spot, where one spot, like the positional advantage, could like legit win you the league.
Man,
It's crazy.
if it's Kelsey.
I mean, if it's anybody who finishes in the top 3, like, and if you're not drafting him there, especially, like, I mean, shit, TJ Hawkinson last year, a lot of people, I'm sure that propelled them, in a lot of leagues, because you're not drafting them as the number 2 tight end.
You know, there's such thing as luck, man. If you had TJ Hawkinson, you might have drafted him like 3rd tight end off the board or 4th, right?
Somewhere, I think he was going.
You're lucky that they traded his bum ass to fucking Minnesota.
Yeah, he wasn't about to do shit with the Lions.
He was the second option basically to fucking Jefferson, and now it's like the one thing you do. Now it's like it makes me not be on Hawkinson at all this year, and like just Jefferson and Addison are interesting, or it's like just have Kirk Cousins. Is that crazy?
I mean, it's you either get Jefferson or you don't, based on wherever your first round draft pick. Like,
but I'm just saying, like the pieces that I'll probably have.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, like with him, you're either gonna be able to get him or you're not.
Or
based
not.
on where it's at. Like Kirk, you can actually you can get Kirk at a discount. And like legit, I think he's going for $5K this year. He's gotten close a couple times, but I think
he's got close 3 times.
Yeah, I think he's gonna hit it this year.
And Kevin O'Connell was one of the guys that was in the building when they first drafted Kirk Cousins to the Redskins. So you know what I mean. There's like I like when he comes full circle. Both these guys that are back together in a different fashion now. But now Kevin O'Connell moved up and evolved as a coach. Now he's a head coach, and he's doing something smart. Like, hey, I won a Super Bowl. Taking it to the sky, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they trade for Hawkinson, and then they go and they trade for they draft Addison. You know what I mean? Then they bring in Brian Flores for whatever that's worth. Like, hey, we don't really got the greatest personnel, but hey, this is the start. you're gonna be the start to try to turn this D around.
Yeah. For sure. And Ryan said traded Jamar for CD and Higgins. It'd be tough to do that, but I mean that's 2. I mean that's a top 5 for sure, no matter how you slice it.
I'll give him a ding.
Also,
yeah, I'll give him a ding. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, still
tough. I happen to believe they'll keep the band together over there and figure out a way to retain Higgins, so you'll still be connected to Burrow, and then CeeDee Lamb is like. It was finally last year that he got up out of that WR2 range. Everyone always was propping him up to be a WR1 or saying he could be a top 5 or people with bold predictions every year in year out. Like he's number 1. And I mean, now you can start saying, hey, he can get into the top 5, maybe even top 3 conversation. We've seen guys like Jordy Nelson and guys like who was Devontae Adams. Like these are guys that ate in this system. You know what I mean? Because now you got the play call and the play design now is going to be Mike McCarthy. One thing I worry about is the amount of plays they're going to run. Because what's his name? When it came to Kellen Moore, they're always at the top of the league in scoring, and that usually translated to because the amount of plays they ran. Also because their defense was giving up ass. You feel me?
For sure.
You know what I mean? And also the poor clock management from Mike McCarthy. So it's like, they would run the ball at the stupidest times or not run when they should. Just try to make up for poor clock management by throwing the ball in constant hurry up situations. A lot of these things added up for fantasy gold for CD. You know what I mean? But
really the thing that just another reason why I like him and why I like Cousins and, why I like Dak. It's not like they did things to improve their running game, they're getting rid of pieces. They are keeping what they have, so, maybe it's good enough, but I don't think that it's good enough. I think that these teams have just realized We're just going full force with the pass. We're going to beat people with offense. And like, why would you not try to follow the Kansas City Chiefs, like this mold that they've done? If you could just get a super high powered offense or just a good enough defense where you can like hold people a tiny bit here and there, but you can throw up 30 and 40 at will.
And you know what's crazy is that's what the Cowboys were doing, bro. Like the last few years under McCarthy, they were averaging like, I mean, you might want to look that up because if not, I'll ballpark because I remember it was like they were averaging like 34 points a game or something like that. You know what I mean? That's
last year.
Last year and the year prior, that all the McCarthy years so far, that per game they're one of the highest scoring. But it's like
7.5 in last year.
So they went
Kansas
down.
City was only 29.2 last year. So put it in
okay. So it's got to have been the 2021 where they averaged like 30 something a game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I might even be wrong there.
Well, I mean, maybe we just the allure of like, just because it seems like they score 30 every single game, but they probably don't if we go down. And
because the thing was is like they were damn near giving up like 20 something every game. You know what I mean?
So were you right about that in 21, 31.2?
See? So I was way off with 34 though. That's insane. But see that's it's like this is and look, they weren't far from the Chiefs last year.
Right.
Chiefs averaging 29. Damn, all in all, it's kind of a down year in that sense, huh?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, maybe it's an up year for all we know. Like, let's go back and let's see like average.
Maybe the last couple years, huh? Since the 17 game.
So let's go back to 20. Let's go back to 2012.
Okay.
New England and Denver were both over 30 points a game. Let's go back to 2003. Only one team was over 30 points a game, and that was Kansas City.
Okay.
I think 30 is just like
and that was Andy Reid. That was Andy Reid already over there with Alex Smith.
No.
Oh no, he went there.
2003.
Yeah, you said 2003.
Yeah.
I thought you said 2012. I don't know. I'm tripping. And
But that's what's crazy. So I think 30 points is just a threshold of where you're just an elite offense either way because there's not that many teams that are really going over 30 points a game.
So if they're just hovering, even if they drop down to 24 points a game, which would which could still give Dak a floor of 3 touchdowns. Like what does CD do in the touchdown category last year? You know what I mean? Because I feel like the shots down the field are going to be more. There's going to be more of that versus like
only had 9.
See, he only had 9. So maybe it's so tough because it's like Dak, man. Like Dak, I'm comfortable saying he's 30 touchdowns.
Yeah.
In the making. Right.
Yeah. See, last year was crazy. There's only 3 teams that were over 27 points a game.
It was the Cowboys.
And I guess Dallas wasn't there. 26.8 was
they might have been throwing in the playoff games they played on the other average.
Could have been. But then let's see, last year 2 years ago, there's 6 teams that are over 27 points a game. In 2020, there's 10 teams that are over 27 points a game. In 2019, it kind of regressed a little bit. But that's what's crazy is like I guess even the 27 point a game threshold it varies a lot from year to year as well.
It's fucking crazy because it's cold as a bitch out here in the morning. I'm over here fucking shivering and shit. I'm like, damn, bro, it's cold as a motherfucker.
And
it's gonna be hot as fuck later.
Oh yeah. Ryan said, would Kittle be enough to get Chubb or Jacobs? 1 point.
I kind of don't want. Shit, bro. It's the thing is like the running back, and it should be enough, but it's just the running back situation. Period. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather get a receiver.
If I could get Chubb with Kittle, I would just go for the win now, thing over Josh Jacobs. But
I do like Josh Jacobs though. But yeah, I'd probably just take Chubb because I think that's going to be a high. Okay, at minimum, it's a better offense. Because if not, it's Chubb's offense. You know what I mean? That's when you think of Nick Chubb, right?
Yeah.
Like, they say, they might throw the ball more, which is a safe bet. You know what I mean? Because you know what I'm saying. You bring in Elijah Moore. You know, you have Deshaun Watson. Now it's like, okay, it's time. It's not like guys like Stephon Diggs or who else? Who else was some notable name? Amari Cooper. You know, guys in that Stefanski system. You know, you've had, and then you've even had number twos like Thielen's been awesome in that system. You know what I mean? So maybe maybe they do throw more. Regardless, though, the one thing that stays consistent is they're gonna run the ball a ton, at least 30 times a game as a team. You know what I mean?
BS said that Chiefs offense was less potent last year for sure. I think he said this year, I think they're going nuts. That's the thing that's even crazy is that we're saying
they were the highest scoring offense last year. They're the number one offense.
Yeah, that's what's nuts is that even in a down year.
Here's what I'll say:
they're still winning.
They became a more like methodical offense because it was like with Tyreek Hill, you had at any given moment you could flip the field. You can go 70. I mean, and famously they're 3-13 on the third down in the Super Bowl against my Niners, and he just does one of those like 18 step dropbacks that turn into a scramble, and then he finds Tyreek. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a 60-yard like through the air type pass, but obviously got him the first down, but it was just one of them. You know what I mean? Like, and then now you didn't technically have that guy anymore, so they would just surgically move down the field. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Just you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we had a stretch. I think it was like 9 games of where Juju. It's like this is the second half of the year. It was like a 9-game stretch where Juju never went below 8 targets. That just goes to show this is how they're moving the chains. Just little, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like some Brady shit for real. Yeah.
Except Mahomes is way more talented than Brady.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because Brady is like so boring and vanilla, and you're just angry.
He just can't really move. To get the ball out quick. Just that one play. You remember the one play in the Super Bowl, the one where they lose. I mean, he's running for his life, going to the right. He like dives, throws the ball underhand, hits the fucking guy in the face. Like I don't know how he did not catch that ball. Mahomes like literally made the best throw that we've ever seen anybody ever make. Hits the wide receiver in the face in the end zone, but he doesn't.
Bro, we've seen him throw. We've seen a defender grab on him. He switched before the defender grabs him. What up, Kay? He switches the ball, right? Then
the lefty
defender and it throws a dart with the left. I mean, come on. We've seen him throw no looks all day. I mean, and what's crazy is like this is why I love Aaron Rodgers, right? Because when they were talking about, they're asking about Mahomes, right, on the McAfee show, he's like, well, I throw no looks. No one ever said anything about my girl. I was one of the first to throw no looks. Then he starts to big up Matthew Stafford. He's like, no one talks about Matthew Stafford's no look in the Super Bowl to win it. And I was like, yeah, I was trying to find it. I was like, because I don't remember that. I remember the Cooper Cup for the win, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But like, because I remember it was like kind of like it was like a busted coverage, but like, and the pass rush was about to get Stafford.
Yeah,
but like. He throws his no look, I guess. At least that's what Rodgers said.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
I'm like, what? I'm like, Matthew Stafford's the GOAT for that one. You know what I mean? Because then if that went terribly wrong, they'd be like, he threw a no look, you fucking stupid. Just like in Detroit. He's just a letdown.
Oh man. So wild. And I'm sure people have brought up the Aaron Rodgers no-look stuff. I mean, I don't know. Before Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers was the most talented, like, QB to ever play the game.
Yeah, like physically talented and like
smart. Not having the best accolades, but yeah, for sure. Like, just could do everything.
See, that's what's crazy. This is why.
Oh, there goes Bogey in the Matrix. Let's see. I just got on the clock in one of these leagues. Let's see. We'll wait a second for Bogey to get back here. Ooh, it's the Mighty Ducks where I'm at. Let's see here. We're in round 19 over here now. And all right, let's get Kenny Gainwell. I like getting him super late. All right. August, guys, just a reminder, guys and gals, it's going to be freaking awesome. Vegas, August 18th, 19th, and 20th. You do not want to miss it. It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic to say the least because, yeah, it's going to be the whole core of the 420 crew is going to be there. We're going to be doing live drafts together. When's the last time you guys actually did a live draft in general? And we're going to be able to do multiple live drafts while we are here. Is going to be super fun. I'm hosting the $600 league as well. So if you guys ever wanted to get into a big money league, now is your opportunity. There's only a couple spots left. You do not want to miss out on anything here. It is going to be epic. August 18th, 19th, and 20th. There's still a couple spots at the mansion. So there's a couple options. You can if you're just going there, if you're just going there in general and that is it, like you're going to find your own place to stay, things like that. It's $100 a day. Food, all inclusive, food, drinks, the trees, mushrooms. There's going to be activities. There's going to be vendors there as well with cool stuff. It's going to be an awesome event. And if you're going to couch it, we got a couple couch spots. $500 gets you a couch spot for the weekend, and that includes all the 3 days as well. If you are, so that breaks down like, what is that, 125 like a day? That did, or no, what does that break down to? Like 150, like 160, 175 a day, something like that. And if you are staying, if you want to get a shared room, which there's a couple spots left for the shared rooms, that is $250 a day, $750 covers you for the weekend. And if you want a solo room, it is $500 a day, but you'll be able to have your own spot in there, not shared with anybody, and going to be a real big room. And yeah, it's going to be dope. You don't want to miss out. It's going to be super fun. The only thing that it doesn't cover is your league fees. That's really the only thing that it doesn't cover. And there's going to be vendors there. Some will have stuff for free. There will be people who'll be selling stuff as well, because it is going to be like a dope event. We're going to be having this streamed on YouTube. If you're in the $600 league, it is going to, we're going to have intros for everyone. You're going to be able to cut a little promo, but it's going to be a whole thing, that we're putting together here. All right, Bogey back in the building.
The big boss fat cat woke up.
There you go. Well, that's almost about that time anyway.
Yeah.
Talking for an hour.
It was a nice random a one-off Sunday morning waker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the big boss fat cat. I'm like, I got my great stuff. She was up late too, man. I'm like, right. She wake up, she want to eat. That's for sure. Breakfast.
There we go.
You feel me?
Yeah, we got.
What y'all got going today?
No idea. We got to do some stuff behind the scenes, and I think I got to build one of these shelves that we're going to use for like a Lego shelf.
Nice.
And yeah, who knows what else? We're getting ready for Brickfest. It's a Lego show that's happening in like 2 weeks that we already bought tickets to.
Okay, so you get to you got like a thing you could set up and stuff?
I have no idea. What to expect. I don't think we're gonna have anything to set up necessarily.
Oh, okay. You're gonna be in attendance.
Yeah. We're just going as regular what's it called, patrons.
Brickfest. That's hard.
Yeah. So apparently this happens every year in Vegas, but they got like these makeshift shows like all over the place, all over the country, and this is the big one in Vegas. So I'm excited to see what it's all about.
Tight.
Yeah, that's in 2 weeks, and then Champs is going to be in like 4 weeks from now. Like, yeah, it's going to be a crazy month, and then everyone's going to be here in August. This shit is going to be wild. Cannot wait.
Right, summer in Vegas, bro.
Hell yeah. All right, let's get up out of here. Appreciate you guys rocking with us on this surprise Sunday show. We'll see you tomorrow for the Wake and Bake. Peace out.
Bong.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.